Hello everyone, welcome back. Savard is here, coming back with parts 15 of What If Deku had half and half quirk. Now where we last left off, Izuku has being struck by a massive power from the body of Eri, which resulted in his, some of his brain cells being rebuilt and reawakened, making his memories that he once had and disappeared come back again into his head as a strong flashback hitting him, making him go haywire. And in the end, he just standing in the middle of the heroes on his left and the villains on his right, as in the end he couldn't know what is the truth or not. Who could he believe? Could he believe the villains? The villains that took him in, give him a nice life and actually become his friends, or maybe believing the heroes that are also did the same to him, give him a nice life and just treated him perfectly. Who could he go with? What is worse than choosing between two hells? And that's what Izuku was going through, so he just decided to leave the place, running to think to himself about what happened. As in the end, the League of Villains ran away by the help of Kirigiri, and a couple of heroes with the barrier's quirk protect everyone else. As right now we cut into, of course, UA, but before we cut into them, don't forget to like, subscribe, and my Discord down in the description, and let's get right into it. As right now, of course, Bakugo and all Class 1A including Todoroki, of course, and a couple of top heroes, specifically the top 5 heroes or top 10. All of them are in the same room with Aizawa and a couple of teachers of UA, as Principal Nezu sit in front of all of them and said, "Well, hello everyone, I'm happy that you came today because now we will gonna discuss something important, and I have something that I want to show you, and also about my plan to take Izuku back. Now I want you to look at this. This is a photo for Izuku brain that the nurse office or the recovery girl had before. Look at this," as he just showing them the photo, showing that the x-ray showing that Izuku, half of his brain cells are basically damaged and burned down. As Baku said, "Is this really how his brain looks like?" As Principal Nezu said, "Yeah, pretty much. You can see that the right half of his brain is much more damaged than of course, the left side. But either way, this burned down cells has resulted in Izuku losing his memories, and not just losing them, he can't remember them because the cells that having these memories are burned down, which means that these memories that we remember are the things that Izuku never experienced in his life. Those are memories that are not belong to him, things that he cannot remember back. And that's why we couldn't get his memories back when he first lost his memories with us. But when the villains got hold of him and his memories also lost again, he couldn't remember us, and he will never gonna be able to remember us because the memories that he had before are not exist anymore." As after that, Baku getting angry, and he said, "So how the hell can we get him back?" As Todoroki speaks up and said, "Is there any possible way for us to get Izuku back, Principal Nezu?" As Principal Nezu said, "Well, I really didn't believe that there is a way. First of all, I was going to use Shinso to, of course, make Izuku remember himself, but in the end I thought that this plan will not gonna work after I saw this x-ray. But now, after I saw Eri, I think that we can actually have a chance." As after that, immediately Principal Nezu is showing them another photo, as he said, "This is a photo for Izuku brain cells that I took while he, when we were in the hideout of the, of course, overhaul. So I managed to take this photo, and I want you to look at it. You can see that the right side of his brain is much more or less damaged than before, which means that some of his memories have come back to him. But they are not much, they are more like flashbacks that will gonna hit him from time to time." As immediately Todoroki said, "So, do you mean that there is a way to get Izuku back?" As Principal Nezu said, "Yeah, there is a way. We can use Eri quirk to rewind his brain cells into the point that they were okay, but another problem is going in our way, and that is the left side of his memories. As after that, Baku said, what about it? If we can rewind his, mind or brain cells and get them back perfectly, I think he will just gonna go back with us. As after that, Principal Nezu said, of course not. It's not that easy. Because... You see, Izuku right now a villain, and he have a memories of him becoming a villain, and memories with the League of Villains, memories with Toga, Shigaraki, and all the other members. But when we will gonna rewind his brain cells, the old memories of him will gonna come back, and the new ones that he got with the League of Villains will gonna stay, which is will gonna make some sort of a clash between his memories. He will not gonna know which is a truth and which is false. All these memories will gonna get hit together, seeing himself being a part of the League of Villains as a villain named Black, and seeing himself being a student at UA as a little, with a kid that named Izuku Midoriya. He will not gonna understand which is the real memories and which are not, because both of them are real. And the question right now, what Izuku's gonna do, what he will gonna do. As after that, Bakugo looking down and Todoroki said, but if we can just capture him and rewind his memories, we can still have a chance to convince him, right? As after that, Principal Nezu said, yeah, pretty much, but maybe he will just gonna think that we are just trying to use him because he's a part of the League of Villains at the same time. So, I want all Class 1A to stop doing what they are doing tonight, or for the next days. The whole Class 1A will gonna search for Izuku, because he remember you guys, you are a part of his old memories that he still have, or at least that he start to remember. So maybe seeing you will gonna get him more memories and make him remember more things. So I need Class 1A and a couple of student and also teachers that Izuku met in UA, so we can talk with him probably and make sure that he will gonna come back with us. As after that, Baku said, alright, so what we are waiting for? Let's go. As after that, he just stand up and Todoroki by his side just looking down, as Baku said, oh come on, I told you crying will not gonna help it. If you want to save him, go there and help him. As Todoroki said, who said that I'm crying? There's something in my eye. As Baku said, yeah, whatever, let's go. And after that, the Class 1A and the couple of heroes start searching in the city for Izuku, but while that happening, on the other side of things, as we cut into the League of Villains, that right now all of them are just sitting down, and Shigaraki is just looking down, as Toga said, so when are we gonna get Black back? I mean, he's a part of the League of Villains, right? As after that, Spinner speaks up and said, I mean, he was, brainwashed and, lost his memories, but he's still part of us. Right, Shigaraki? We are gonna get him back. Right? As after that, Shigaraki just looking down as he said, I really doesn't know what to do now. Maybe we're gonna get him back. Maybe he will just gonna become a hero again. You saw him. He will start to remembering things. Maybe it's better for us to just leave him. As after that, Dabi speaks up and said, leave him? Just leave him. Seriously, that's what you're thinking about? How pathetic. He's a part of us, and he's one of the League of Villains. This is not a problem if we doesn't want him in the hero team, because he's so powerful and we just used him as a little toy. He's one of us. He's not Izuku Midoriya anymore, at least not in my eyes. He's Black. And I would gonna even say that he's my friend, so even if you will not gonna agree on us taking him back, I'm gonna go and take him back myself. So, who is with me? As after that, Toga speaks up and said, yeah, I mean, Black is kind of my friend. He's our friend. He's not anymore just a simple toy that we were playing with. He's actually a part of us, and I'm not gonna just leave him go with the hero team again. Not after he promised me to go on a date. As after that, Mr. Compress speaks up and said, yeah, I agree with Dabi. He's one of our team. He's no longer a hero in my eyes. He's a villain, and he is in my part on this, he's my friend, so I would gonna go with you, Dobby, to save him, even if Shigaraki's gonna say something else. As after that, Twice immediately speaks up and said, "Alright, I'm gonna go with you." "No, hell no, I'm not gonna save that idiot. I love him, he's one of my friends." "Of course not, I doesn't care for that stupid idiot." As immediately after that, Spinner speaks up and said, "Well, yeah, he may be sometimes quite crazy, but I actually like him. He know actually how to fight very good with knives. Although he never, used them, he actually helped me, so I'm gonna go with Dobby too." As after that, Dobby said, "So, what about you, Shigaraki? Are you agreeing to that? Because either way, if you're not agreeing or not, we will gonna go alone." As after that, Shigaraki just looking down as he said, "You know what? I think it's time for me to stop acting like this. To be honest with you, I actually quite liked him, to say the least. And it will gonna be such a waste if he will just gonna become a hero again. I'm not just gonna leave him become a hero that easily. And also, he still owe me $2. As after that, Shigaraki stand up and said, "But we will not be able to find him if we are just gonna go on this street and just search for him. So, I think I know the exact person that we need to meet, so we can finally get him back." As after that, Toga said, "Yay, Shigaraki's on our side. Thank you, Shigi, for, helping us." As after that, Shigaraki said, "Yeah, whatever, Toga. Now, let's go. I think it's time to speak up with Dr. Ujiko again." As immediately after that, Shigaraki just talked with Gary, telling him to open a portal for Dr. Dr. Ujiko, as he being teleported in front of Dr. Ujiko, and Dr. Ujiko said, "Ah, I see that you finally has come here, Shigaraki, huh? What is the pleasure that that the leader of the League of Villains decided to meet me here?" As after that, Shigaraki said, "Nothing much. It's basically I need to get my comrade back. I need to get Black back, so I'm gonna need a little help from you. Can you give me that help?" As after that, Dr. Ujiko said, "Yeah, sure thing, but why do you want to get him back? I thought that you are only acting with him like a little puppet, like something that we found on the street and we start using it to ourselves. Something that we really didn't care for. Why do you want to get him back? Did you finally develop some sort of a feeling toward him? Are you acting with him like a more of a friend than just someone that's inside your team, Shigaraki?" As Shigaraki said, "Well, things can change, and I actually quite liked him, so I need to find him. He's one of the League of Villains. He's not a hero, and I'm not gonna let him lose his dark side to the heroes that easily, so I need your help. I know that you did something to him, more than just giving him another quirk. I know that you kept an eye on him, a very close eye, even closer than us. So, do you have anything that could lead us to him?" As after that, of course, Dr. Ujiko said, "Maybe I have, but why do you want him back? Tell me a reason, tell me something that I can believe, and I'm gonna help you." As after that, Shigaraki was about to speak up, but Toga stand in front of him and said, "Because Black is our friend, and we will not gonna just let the heroes get him." As Dobby stand up and said, "Yeah, and also I quite like him, so I'm not just gonna let him go that easily. And he helped me a lot, so I'm gonna get him back, even without your help." As Mr. Compress stand up and said, "And I would say so that I would like to play some games with him. He always asks me to do him some tricks, and he actually enjoy my shows, so I also liked him, and he always helped me a lot." As Twice stand up and said, "He's dope. He's a fucking loser, and I fucking hate him. He's the best friend that I ever had, and I will not just gonna leave him to burn in hell that easily." As Spinner stand up and said, "Yeah, I will not gonna just leave him behind us. We helped each other so much in the past against the heroes, and he is one of us, so we will not just gonna let him go that easily. Understand this, Dr. Ujiko. We are the League of Villains, and we will not just gonna leave one of our members being lost in the street. As after that, Shigaraki said, well, I think this is enough answer for you, Dr. Ujiko. Don't you think so? I mean, you already got your answer and your reasons, so are you gonna help me or not? Are you gonna help us to get our member back or not? Because either way, we will gonna help ourselves. We will gonna turn the city upside down until we find him. And that's when we will gonna take our rest. So, what is your answer? As after that, Dr. Ujiko start laughing, saying, oh, so you actually start acting with him like a little friend. Good, good. Well, I was going to help you either way because I'm not just gonna let the perfect thing that I ever made just go to waste. I gave him such a strong quirk and his body was able to handle it, so I'm not just gonna let him go that easily. And I already start to track him. I left a couple of... You can say when I gave him a quirk, I didn't just give him a quirk, but a tracking device in his blood vein system. So, come after this device here. This device will gonna show you where he is perfectly. You will gonna know where he is in all times and every day. Just follow the point and you will gonna find him. After that, Shigaraki said, thank you, Doctor. Well, I think I'm gonna leave now. Let's go. As all the League of Villains just turn around and going through Kirigiri portal. As after that, we cut into another person. We cut into our main protagonist, while the heroes and the villains are turning the city upside down above his head to find him. What is he doing right now? What is the problems that he going inside his head? As we cut into Izuku, that he's just walking back and forth inside an abandoned warehouse, saying to himself, keep it together, keep it together. Who am I? Why do I have two memories? Who's this person with white hair and blue eyes? Who I am? Why do I feel like these memories, they are not fake? All of them are real, but which ones should I believe? This pain, all this pain is real, but it's just so hurting me. Who I am, what these memories are. Come on, who I am. Remember, just which of these memories are real? Come on, am I Izuku or Black? Who am I? Just tell me who I am. As after that, immediately he just looking in a mirror as he just see his reflection, but with the white hair and half blue hair, and half blue and white hair. As after that, he just looking at himself as he said, is this how I look? Or this is how I look? Do I have a black hair and red eyes, or white hair and half blue and my head, just stop thinking about it. Why do I feel so pain in my body? As after that, Izuku start just walking back and forth as he said, keep it together, Izuku, or maybe Black. Izuku, maybe Black. Who I am, who the hell I am. As after that, he's just fall on the ground as he said, my head, as he starts just rolling on the ground in pain, just getting a sudden flashback of memories when he was fighting against a couple of villains that he were killing in the alleyways with the League of Villains, and another memories while he's saving some people with the heroes, and memories when he was training with Dabi on his flames, while he get another memories for him training against Todoroki with the help of course Endeavor and the agency. All these memories are just rushing at him, half of there and half of there, just doesn't know who the hell he is. As after that, Izuku suddenly stand up and said, stop thinking. As after that, suddenly a purple portal opened up in front of him in face as he immediately jumped down and said, who are you? As he immediately seeing in front of the portal the League of Villains coming out, as immediately after that Shigaraki said, "Come on, Black, let's go. The heroes has already gone. Come on, let's go and leave this place." As after that, Izuku said, "Shigaraki, what do you want from me? You are the leader of the League of Villains. You are my friend, but at the same time you tried to kill me in the mall and also the training camp, and you tried to kill me, but at the same time As after that, Toga come in front of Izuku as she said, "Come on, Black, stop thinking about it too hard. You are one of us, you are one of the League of Villains. Come on, let's leave this place." As Izuku just looking on Toga as he starts remembering some times when Toga was just laughing with him and hugging him, and another times when she tried to kill him with the blue hair, as he said, you tried to kill me before, but at the same time I doesn't know what to believe. As after that, Dabi said, "Believe us, we are your friends. Believe us and we can tell you the truth. Just come with us, Black." As after that, Izuku said, "Give me a proof. Prove to me that the memories that I remember." As Izuku continues saying, "Give me a proof. Prove to me that you are saying the truth. I will not gonna take any lies anymore." As after that, immediately Mr. Compress said, "How about this?" As he just throw a marble on taking a marble out, and after that taking his phone out, just turning the marble into a phone, as he just showing Izuku a photo of his birthday that he got, celebrating with the League of Villains, as he just seeing himself having fun with them, Toga just kissing him, and genuinely having a nice time. As Izuku said, I remember this, but at the same time I celebrated my birthday with Bakugo and Todoroki and my mother. What? This is not enough. Give me something better than this." As after that, immediately Shigaraki said, "Do you remember Dr. Ujiko? He's the one that gave you your quirk, and your quirk is giving you the ability to control crimson electricity and to move it as you please, right?" As Izuku said, "That's right, but I also had a blue one before. How do I not... Damn it, this all just so complete. I just doesn't know what to do." As after that, Toga coming closer into Izuku, while Izuku's just fall on the ground with his right half of his body just glowing with crimson electricity, putting his hands on his head, just crying and wondering what the hell will he do. As after that, Toga coming closer and said, "Izuku, just believe in me. I'm Toga, your girlfriend. You remember?" As after that, Izuku just looking at her, seeing her bright smile, as Izuku said, Toga, you are so nice to me, but at the same time," as Toga face flash in front of Izuku, turning into, inside his imagination, turning into Todoroki, as he immediately throwing a massive electricity wave into Toga. Mr. Compress managed to make a wall after throwing one of his marbles in front of Toga, protecting her. As Izuku said, "Damn it, damn it, damn it!" As immediately he just said, "Tell me the fucking truth!" As he immediately just blew up electricity all around his body, making the League of Villains forcing them to retrieve into one of the portals of course Kirigiri. As Izuku immediately starts running away, jumping on buildings after Kirigiri, teleporting them back into the abandoned warehouse that nothing of it has been left behind. As they just looking in front of them, they just see Izuku jumping left and right on the buildings with his leaving a trail of crimson electricity behind of him. As after that, Shigaraki said, "Damn it, we couldn't get him, but don't worry, we will gonna get him next time." As Toga said, I mean, I'm not really mad that he attacked me, but it's just I'm mad that he doesn't remember me. As Mr. Twice said, "Don't worry, Toga, he will gonna remember you. He will never gonna know anything about you." As after that, Shigaraki said, "Let's go, alright?" And after that, the League of Villains leave the place, and Izuku just hiding somewhere else, just wondering what can he believe and what he can not. What can he do now? Will he just gonna, come back and die like a hero? Or he will just gonna live long enough to see himself turned into a villain again? Well, that question is for you guys. I want you to decide which side Izuku should go into. Should he embrace the darkness inside his heart and go with the right side, or immediately just refuse that darkness inside of him and go into the of course the left side with the heroes? Tell me, where do you want him to end up? With the heroes or the villains? Tell me down in the comments. But for now, this is the end of this part, and don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below, and I doesn't have anything better to say than Savage was here.